My 32 female girlfriend went through my kid's 8 female cell phone and confronted her about a conversation with her mother. I live with my girlfriend, 32 female, of 3 years, her daughter 5 female, and my daughter 8 female. We do not have kids together. Girlfriend is terribly insecure from a past life doing illegal substances from 18 to 25. Girlfriend's mom is pretty toxic, and I feel contributed to this in the way that she was raised. Girlfriend often gets offended if I do stuff for my kid while she is at her mom's 2 days a week. Example, kid forgot to take her lunchbox the other day, so I dropped it off at her mother's house, hung it on the mailbox on the way to work, and the next morning, as we live close in a small town. Girlfriend blew up about that, claiming, "You will jump and do anything for your ex and nothing for me." Another time, my daughter was jumping on the trampoline and yelled, "Hey dad, can you record me doing a flip so I can show mom?" Girlfriend stormed out and said, "You don't need to be asking your dad to take and send pics to your mom. This is why we fight." More red flags. Current issue, my kid got some artsy toys for birthday back in April at her mom's house. They have a 2-year-old and didn't want the mess, and after 6 months of them not being opened yet, daughter asked if she could bring them to my house. One day, 2 weeks ago, daughter got home from school, and on her phone, my daughter's mother texted my daughter, "You forgot to tell your dad to bring you to get those toys." Daughter responds, "Dad's girlfriend and her daughter are always around, and I kind of just want to play with them myself." Her mom, "Talk to your dad." That was the entire convo that day. Yesterday, my daughter was to be riding the bus home. Sometimes she beats me home by 10 minutes. So I sat her phone on the kitchen counter so she could find it and call me if she needed something while I got home. I left for work, and 10 minutes after I left, my girlfriend went through her messages to her mom and saw the 2 mentioned above. I can see what time the messaging app was accessed first in parental controls and looked after the fact. Whole day goes by and girlfriend did not mention them to me. Girlfriend and daughter got home at the same time, and girlfriend confronted daughter about messages and told her she doesn't need to be sending her mom stuff like that. She blamed messages like that for why daughter's mom and girlfriend can't get along. I realize we both need to work together and be able to raise kids in the house together, but it seems incredibly screwed up to read a kid's message with her mother without even mentioning or asking me. When you are not the biological parent of a child in your household, where should an expectation of privacy lie for children texting their parent? Where is the moral high ground here? There's a definite line. There's a definite line that has been crossed here, and I think girlfriend knows it. This is the kicker. She knows she's doing what she's doing is wrong. She knows these are irrational feelings, but she can't stop them. She knew it was wrong. That's why she read it in the morning, knew she was going to bring it up later on, but didn't mention it to you because she knew it was wrong, and she can't help it. So she's got this insecurity that's taking the wheel and making decisions that she knows she shouldn't be making, but she has no defense against it at all. So you've got a couple of choices to make here. You can either fight her on this or help her on this. It is not your responsibility. Let's cover that first. It is not your responsibility. This is her problem. She needs to work through this problem. So the question is for you, do you want to let her carry that load alone, or are you committed enough to this relationship to try to walk that healing journey with her? But there has to be a healing journey. She's got to be willing to do that in the first place, right? And then you've got to figure out, like, how am I going to protect my child through this process? Because right now your child is being mistreated because of your girlfriend's insecurity, which to a lot of people is already enough to leave. It should be enough to leave. She's trying to jump in and take authority where none has been given to her. That's the bigger problem. That's the thing that needs to be addressed between the two of you. So there has to be a serious conversation about boundaries and about authority, because right now she's trying to assert dominance where she doesn't have any authority. And that's why there's this, I think the biggest pickle that you're in right now, OP, is that you can't communicate with this because she can't control it and probably isn't going to be able to communicate why she feels the way that she feels. So I think we can definitely put girlfriend here, if not here. Then it feels like it will escalate. Like she's fixating right now, right? And blaming her for everything. That's going to snowball, continue snowballing here. Dad, for doing nothing to this point, is at 2. You definitely shouldn't do this. You definitely shouldn't lie idle here and enable this to happen and allow it to keep happening. I definitely shouldn't do this. Like, you're getting up there, man. So it's time for action, one way or another. This is where you plant the flag. This is the hill you die on.